Shares of Horizon Therapeutics, they are falling sharply this morning after Bloomberg reported that the Federal Trade Commission was planning to sue to block Amgen's $28 billion purchase of the drugmaker. Now, Amgen responding to Yahoo Finance saying that they are not aware of any decision made by the commission. They also acknowledge that they are going to provide any appropriate updates when more information arises and comes. But here's what you do need to know about this. This deal was announced back in December of 2022 here, and ultimately this was kind of kicking off, or at least a bond deal was moved forward also to try and make sure that the acquisition could be financed at the end of the day.
Yeah, so this raises a lot of questions about the FTC because these do not have overlapping areas of treatment. They are both working on treatments in some overlapping areas. But Lena Khan of the FTC has said in the past, as antitrust enforcers, it's our job to promote drug company competition that will help create the right conditions for the next generation of scientific advances. So this is sort of the first test within pharmaceuticals. It raises questions about whether there are going to be other antitrust challenges. The FTC lately has been quite active in throwing up roadblocks to acquisitions. I was just looking at some research this morning. Michael Yee, friend of the show, over at Jefferies, saying he thinks that the deal is still going to get done after a speed bump here, but that the FTC and the current administration is continuing its more aggressive strategy to deter M&A. So it's interesting here as we watch. You know, this isn't just specific to this company. It's part of this bigger story about regulatory attention on what they say are antitrust challenges here. And
especially in an environment where valuations for some companies might look a little bit more attractive, and especially in the broader deal-making kind of construct that we've seen in this cycle, at least, for healthcare or biotech plays, and where there are different treatments, where there are different overlaps between where they would just like to be able to add on more licenses or patents to operations that they already have, knowing that so many of the existing patents are about to start rolling off over these next 2 years. So now they're trying to safeguard what their revenue base looks like. Yeah. Some acquisitions have come forward and quite quickly as well. And so it'll be interesting to see how the FTC continues to case-by-case basis in an industry that's going to see even more of the attempts to consolidate and to safeguard for investors and for their own revenue base and how they've scaled, how they look at each of these acquisitions as they do come forward as well.
Yeah, and one final note, again, Michael Yee at Jefferies says that he expects Amgen will go to court against the FTC. Mm-hmm. And so this will prolong the deal closing process. It was supposed to close in a couple of weeks. Yeah. But he thinks ultimately they'll prevail.
All right.
We'll see.